The Battle of Chamkaur was a battle fought in the current day city of Chamkaur Sahib between the Khalsa led by Guru Gobind Singh and the coalition forces of the Mughals led by Wazir Khan along with the Rajput hill chiefs. To cover some background, it all started in the city of Anandpur, which was bought for rupees 500 by Guru's father Teg Bahadar from Rani Champa of Bilaspur. Guru Tegh Bahadur had a huge following and he raised his voice against persecution of Kashmiri pandits in the hands of Mughal rule. When he left from his base at Makhowal to confront the persecution of Kashmiri pandits, he was arrested in Ropar, which is in the current day state of Punjab. He was later executed in Chandni Chowk in the city of Delhi, the then and now capital of India, on the orders of Mughal king Aurangzeb. At the time of his father's execution, the Guru's age is said to be between 9 to 10 years. It is believed that it was from that time itself Guru started to militarize the city of Anandpur. Forces of hill chiefs surrounding the citadel of Anandpur along with the Mughals have fought various battles against Guru Gobind Singh in pursuit to capture and take control of the city itself. Even though he came victorious in them, he never took an inch of land from the enemy, proving his point to be on defensive and not offensive side of things. It is important to note that Guru had to fight his first battle at the age of 20 against Raja Bhim Chand of Bilaspur at Bagani. The Battle of Bagani took place in October 1686, 6 miles north of current-day town of Paonta. The battle lasted for a day and eventually Guru's side won. Now the battle itself. Seeing the rising power and following of Guru, the hill princes got nervous and they reached out to the Mughal to take him down. The joint forces of the Mughals along with the hill kings attacked the city of Anandpur around mid-year 1705 hoping for a quick win as they had numbers with them. But as rightly said, courage follows the brave. Guru and his men were able to hold off the forces outside the gates of the city. The forces now laid siege outside the city, cutting supplies. The siege stood for 6 to 7 months. Both sides were greatly affected. Inside the fort, lack of food was the main concern, while for the Allied forces, long siege meant being away from home, and it is believed that disease broke down in their camps during the siege due to harsh weather conditions. The Allied forces wanted things to end soon, thus, they offered negotiation. It was proposed that a safe passage would be given to the Guru with his men and everyone in the city who would leave. This offer was presented on an oath sworn on Holy Quran that had been signed by the Emperor Aurangzeb himself, and the hill chiefs swore off the holy cow that is considered sacred by the Hindus. The Guru accepted the offer after discussion with the fellow Sikhs but was still suspicious of the enemy. Guru Gobind Singh, along with men and sub civilian, which include women and children, left the fort on the bitter cold and rainy night of December the 5th, 1705. It wasn't long after which the Allied forces broke their oath and collectively laid the attack on Guru's forces. Sikhs were now in open field with no fort protection. The skill of the sword and courage in their heart was their only defense now. They bought time for others to cross the river Sirsa, which, adding to the misery, was in full throttle that night. Upon crossing the river, Guru and his men were now limited to 40, inclusive of his two elder sons. They took refuge in a small mud fort in the current day city of Chamkaur, where the battle will finally take place. The Mughals found out soon and took siege upon the fort. Negotiations broke down and Sikhs decided to engage the Mughals. It is claimed that the count of allied forces was a few 100,000 that night. It is at this time when the Guru quoted in courage, "सवा लाख से एक लड़ाऊं तभी गोविंद सिंह नाम कहाऊं," meaning when each of my men will engage more than 1,25,000 troops fiercely, then only recognize me as Gobind Singh. A fierce battle took place at Chamkaur. When Mughals advanced towards the fort, they faced heavy casualties from the arrows by the Guru's side. Even though Mughals had the number, the Guru had the advantage of the fort being at the height of a cliff. Mughal general Nahar Khan was killed when an arrow pierced his chest, while Mughal general Gareth Khan was killed when he tried to climb the fort with the help of a ladder. Guru and his men's courage is well known by history and is written in golden words that each time the door of the fort were opened, 5 Sikh men, along with their horses, faced the enemy head to head. They took down hundreds of enemy before laying their own life. In this battle, both the elder sons of Guru Gobind Singh were martyred in the battlefield. Finally, the battle stopped during the night to continue the next day. It was at this time 11 remaining soldiers invoked the oath of the Khalsa, which makes it incumbent for the Guru to heed the advice of 5 of his disciples' collective decision. They know they would never be able to generate another Guru, but Guru himself would create thousands of soldiers like them if alive. They ordered him to leave the fort. Under his oath, he couldn't suggest otherwise. It was decided that 3 Sikhs, Pai Daya Singh, Pai Taram Singh, and Pai Man Singh, would evacuate the fort during night and the rest will remain in the fort. One Sikh, who resembled Guru himself, was dressed as Guru to give the enemy a mirage that Guru was still inside the fort. Before leaving, the Guru clapped 3 times that night and shouted Pir Hind Rawad, meaning Pir or Guru of India is leaving. As the day broke, the Mughals launched an all-out attack on the fortress. There was a stiff resistance, but the fort was brought down. Mughals mistook Sangat Singh dressed as Guru to be the Guru himself, but later realized that he is nowhere to be found. This brought blood in the eyes of Wazir Khan, who highly hoped to capture Guru by this day. But the might of his army didn't pay him the day he wanted. Given the broken vows by the Mughal and the Hill kings, this battle exposed the low morale and high wickedness carried by the government of that time under Mughals. On the other hand, the courage of the Guru and his soldiers made them stand much higher on that day against the enemy.